Name is Sharon Warshaw, and I partner with Scentsy Fragrance and women who care about creating cozy homes, supportive community, and income that supports the life that they're growing into. Today, I'm going to show you the brand new 2026 Scentsy Catalog. This is something new that Scentsy is trying, and I'm so excited about it. But we are going to have one single catalog for the whole year. And today, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of that catalog. So, we start with, of course, this fantastic cover. Isn't it beautiful? Now, we as Scentsy Fragrance consultants are probably really used to having bright, bold, spectacularly colorful, engaging fragrances and catalogs. But this time, we're taking a little bit more of a grown up, more sophisticated approach to both our products and our fragrances, which I am sure you will see with the samples that go out every single month, but also in our catalog. So, as I said, this catalog is going to be with us for all of 2026 and into early 2027. So let me just give you a quick tour of the catalog. It starts out with something we say, bringing a new vision together. So as you can see here, I'm going to try to use my pen to actually point at things. Here we go. So as you can see, the logo is changing just a little bit. And by just a little bit, I'm exaggerating. It's changing a lot. So we're moving from fine lines to a much more intricate and kind of, I like to think of as romantic version of our logo. And I think that's such a trend right now to romanticize our daily lives and to find the joy and the love in our daily lives. And so here is our official color palette. They share it with you right from the get-go. So you're going to see a lot of products, a lot of logos, a lot of images coming from Scentsy with these colors over the next year. And then here's just a little bit of a sketching of the designs that are coming up. And then over here on this next page, it is Scentsy Transform Your Home into a Place of Self-Expression, Warmth, Comfort, and infusing every room with unique decor and high-quality fragrances crafted by some of the best perfumers in the world. Isn't that incredible? It's so intriguing. So one of the biggest trends that we're leaning into this coming year is putting our decor elements and our fragrances into 4 categories. It's warm, enliven, inspire, and classic. And that's not to say that every single product that we produce will fall solidly into one of those categories, because most products overlap from one category to another. And it's kind of interesting. As a consultant, I kind of look at the different warm, enliven, inspire, and classic, and I say, oh, which one do I fall into? And the truth is, I fall solidly into 2 separate camps, which is so interesting. So with that in mind, let me show you first warm. Warm is grounded, earthy, cozy, and nurtured. So this is something that my outdoorsy friends are going to love. This is something my plant parents are going to love. And this is where I start to overlap, I adore this warmer right here. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's called Waves and Wings. And just imagine how that is. So that's kind of like a blue toned, and then of course you see the birds and then the waves of the water there. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And this warmer that you see over here on this corner is actually called Morcana marble, and it is made of marble. So just like with any Scentsy warmers where we're using natural elements, there's going to be a little bit of a difference from warmer to warmer, simply because it is actually a marble warmer. And if you have ever looked at marble, seen marble, had a conversation with somebody about marble, no 2 pieces are alike. And so I find that fascinating. So next up, we have the enliven category. And enliven is vibrant, unique, and creative. So these are going to be all of my pops of color friends. See, we've got so cute. And look, we've got ourselves a new mushroom warmer, adorable. And do you see this warmer right here? This one right here? When we were able to see these warmers in person for the first time, let me tell you, all of my enliven friends went bananas for that warmer. That is called Dusky Petals. And so that is in our enliven. So these are the folks that truly, I think of them as the pop of color people. These are the creative people. These are the people who, when you walk into their home, it's like color just lives there, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The next category is called Scentsy Inspire, and this is refined, elegant, intentional, and minimalist. And this is one of the places where my foot is in this camp. I would not call myself a minimalist, but I do love the idea of refined, elegant, and intentional. And some of these warmers are just spectacular. So this is Inspire. See, I'm reading it backwards, so I have to double check myself. So here are all of the brand new warmers that fall into this Inspire category. And you can see they all have very clean lines. They're all very sophisticated. Like when you look at, here, let's go back here and look at Enliven again. When you look at Enliven again, you can absolutely see, the playfulness, the adorableness, the super cuteness of all of these warmers. When you move over to Inspire, you see sophisticated, you see clean lines, you see things that you could put it out, and it is something that would stay in your home forever. It's almost like the anti-trendy warmers. These are the warmers that you will love forever because they are Inspire. And then here's another camp that I have my foot in. This is the classic line. If you've ever actually been in my home, you're going to look at these warmers and be like, oh, yes, I see where those could fit in Sharon's home. Because for me, I adore navy blue. It's such a fantastic color. But all of these classic colors. So we're here. I'm sorry, this is timeless, traditional, and welcoming. There's going to be a lot of French provincial leanings here. These are going to be the things that maybe, and I mean this in the most loving and kind way, maybe these are things that you saw in your grandma's kitchen. These are vases that have been in the curio cabinet for the rest, for all of your life. These are the pieces that they're truly like decor pieces in the sense that they stand out. They're going to make a statement, but in a way, again, that can transcend time. If this is your vibe, this will transcend time. So that was Warm, Enliven, Inspire, and Classic. And then brand new, we've had for just the last few months, of course, is our Smart Fragrance Perfected, our app functional fragrance delivery system that comes with fragrance oils. You can actually change up how often these throw fragrance, what type of fragrance you'd like to see, and it comes in this super classic design here that's designed just as much to blend in as it is for functionality. Love this, brand new. I have gotten nothing but rave reviews of those people who have already had them and have been trying them out, so absolutely love them. Okay, so moving on to the actual fragrances. Those are our warmers and our different fragrance delivery systems, or at least one of them. Let's move on to fragrances. So I love this next page in the catalog because it breaks down where all you can get fragrance in your home, what type of fragrance you'd like, and in the delivery system. And of course, new this year, since he's actually launching flamed candles, and we are pairing up our flamed candles with our current Scentsy fragrances. So if you already have a Scentsy fragrance that rocks your world, there's a good chance that we'll have a candle of some sort at some point available in that. Why? Because candles are a major part of who we are as a culture, as a community, as a country, as a nation, as a world. And so there is no reason why you shouldn't be able to get your favorite fragrances in every delivery system that is available to us. So we've got our pods, our bars, fragrance flowers, room spray, scent packs, and of course our classic scent circles. Love it. And what do you guys think of that color scheme? I love it. So pretty. So pretty. And then of course our scents. One of the things that I adore about this catalog is each fragrance, as you see it, it has a little emoji, a little icon there to tell you exactly which fragrance product you can get that fragrance in. So easy. Oh my goodness, at a glance. So if I love Just Breathe, I can see that it comes in wax, it comes in pods, and it comes in scent packs. Perfect. Love it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And for those who did love the fragrance grid, don't worry, we still have the fragrance grid. But look, it uses the emojis instead of dots. So again, you can figure out what you love in that. So I love that. It's fairly new. Moving on to both our pods and then, of course, our oil and diffuser systems. I'm a huge fan of the pods. If you've ever met me again in person, you'll know that I love the pods. I love how easy they are to change. I love how the longevity of them. I love the simplicity of them. So we have a couple of different products that take the pods. Of course, the air purifier, again, if you've ever been in my house, I do have those. The quad, the Scentsy Goes, in the different air systems, solo, etc. Love them. These are pod delivery systems. And then we're simplifying our oil and water diffuser systems just a little bit. We've got just a few diffuser shades. And what's super exciting about the diffusers in the coming year is we will be having different monthly edits. In fact, we just had one for Disney. And so if you have the base of your diffuser, you can always just switch out the actual shade that goes on your diffuser, and you can change your look and participate in this system without spending the same money over and over again to buy a whole new system. Scentsy oils, and I don't think we give these oils enough credit. Scentsy oils are worldwide considered the top product in their field. Whatever organization that is out there testing the purity and the cleanliness, like in terms of like content of oils, Scentsy matches and beats those standards over and over again. We do not talk enough about that. Next in the catalog, we have the Scentsy Harry Potter and of course, our partnership with Disney, the products that will be available in this catalog all year long. And I think that's something I need to stress. Like, these are not things that are going to sell out and then we'll offer them any longer. Like, everything that you see in this catalog is something that will be available year round. And then, of course, moving on to our body clean and laundry. Look, they have also undergone quite a change in appearance, but check out this fragrance grid. So easy to read, so easy to read. So if you're a huge fan of the cleaning and laundry and body, as I am, of course I am, then this is an amazing way to bring your products to the next level. Like, just imagine these products sitting on your sink where company comes to visit. Whether or not that's in your kitchen or it's in your bathroom, just look at that. Like, that's gorgeous. That is not something you're going to want to hide because it looks cartoony. That is something you're going to make sure you put front and center because it is elevated and is elegant and it is lovely. And here are some of the plush products that we are going to have year round this year. And of course, a plug for our Whiff Box and our Scentsy Club. If you are not already using Scentsy Club, I highly encourage you to give it a look. Not only does it offer you the always get my bar option, which is fantastic with all of these quick releases that we're going to be having this year. That way you can always have the fragrance that you love. Like, Scentsy will make it for you forever. But if you pop it into Club, you're also going to get discounted shipping. And let's face it, we don't mind saving a few bucks wherever we can, right? And then that brings us to some conversations about our bundle and saves, as well as our opportunities to use PayPal, or even you have a party and have some sort of a shopping link or some sort of fragrance event where you are able to get free and half price items. Because again, isn't it nice when you can save a buck here or there? And maybe, just maybe, the money that you save with your Scentsy, you can go and do something else with it. And how cool was that? It's like living the best of all the lives. And now this is extremely different for us. It's our fold out on the last page of the catalog. If you're familiar with Scentsy Catalog, you may remember that we had several pages listing all of our products. And so Scentsy's done it a little bit different this time, where they have actually put a lot of the products in the front half of the catalog. And if it's not in the front half of the catalog, that is the only product that's on this pull out sheet. And that's important to remember because you're going to want to take this in as it is instead of thinking it's replicating something that you saw earlier in the catalog. Nope, the whole thing is you only see the item once, okay? So now our warmers are just one pull out, front and back. And what's unique about this particular layout is it's laid out in alphabetical order. And I absolutely love that. I love that because when you're looking at the catalog, you want to buy what you like. You want to buy what you love. You don't want to be scrolling through and thinking to yourself, oh, this warmer is $45. Let me go see if I can find something cheaper. No, you really, really, really want to get that thing that you love. You want it to fit your decor perfectly, your personality perfectly. Or if you're giving it as a gift, you want to make sure that it really speaks to that person. Now, if the price does startle you a little bit, don't forget, we do have the host reward system where you can get things for free and half price. So I adore that this fold out is actually in alphabetical order because then you get the opportunity to see all of the warmers as they are without that extra burden and without that extra stress. And I just love it so much. I really do because, I mean, just look, aren't they cute? Oh my gosh. One thing I did notice though is in this back fold out, they do not lean as heavily on the warm and live, inspire, and classic theme. And I think that's completely okay because as we've been talking about this whole time, all of the warmers kind of have their feet in different camps. And we are not homogeneous people where we stick to one plane and we don't leave it. As people, we are dynamic, sometimes a little messy. We are dynamic, and it's nice to be able to not pigeonhole ourselves into one theme. But I do love the design idea behind Warm, Enliven, and Inspire and Classic to appeal to all different kinds of people. Okay. So that is that. That is the 2026 Scentsy Fragrance Catalog. If you're interested in learning any more about it, please feel free to drop me a comment, or I will leave some links in the comment section. Okay. All right. You guys have an amazing rest of your